So the first key principle for team building, and before I start working with any team and organization, I always let them know, if you're going to work with Dan, working with Dan is like a double-edged sword. Okay? The one side of the sword is we're going to be highly successful. It's going to work, it's going to come through, and we're going to create something magical. The second side of the sword is I'm going to challenge your ego, I'm going to challenge you to change, and I'm going to challenge you to push yourself into environments that you've never ever thought about. And the reason why is I think in order to achieve great amount of success, we have to challenge our egos. Because our ego always wants to have our own opinion. We always think that we're the right one. We always think that we are the best in the room. We're always comparing ourselves to each other. And through comparing to each other, we always start to tear people down. And somebody who might be the most dominant energy in the room always makes all the decisions, but that might not always be the best decisions. And that might not get the most from everybody in the room. And like J. Paul Getty said, he said, I'd rather 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own alone. And he was the first recorded billionaire, so of course he was on to something. So my first key principle to being able to get the most out of every single person is in any environment, if you are with your team, that one person speaking and everyone else is listening. One person is speaking and everybody else is listening. It doesn't matter if we're at a dinner, if we're down hashing everything out at a meeting, we're in an organizational meeting, we're reviewing a meeting, whatever that might be, one person's talking and also everyone else is listening. And then if I'm the leader, I'm also going to facilitate that meeting. I'm going to ask, is there any other thoughts? Is there any other opinions from anybody else? Because I want to get everybody creating there. And while everyone's listening, I'm challenging people to be able to listen to their thoughts and ideas, to A, understand where they're coming from so we can have a synergy together as a team, but also B, because their idea might give you another idea, or you might have the little piece to take their idea from being $1,000 idea to becoming $1 million idea. And then maybe if we listen to a few other people, maybe those ideas aren't the $1 million idea. But then I always give everybody a chance to state their idea so we can hash out and figure out together as an organization of what the best idea is. But if we don't create an environment like this, there's always going to be people that are pushed down. There's always going to be people that are held back. There's always going to be people that have excellent potential, but they never ever tap into the resources of themselves because they're never given an environment where they could create or be listened to by their teammates. So the first key principle for our team building, our team dynamics is going to be when one person's speaking, everybody is listening. Through this, you're going to show maturity, you're going to show class, and you're going to create an environment where people want to join your team and be part of your organization because everybody wants to be listened to and everybody wants to be heard. Thank you guys. I'll be excited to be able to share with you guys our second key principle in our next video.